Tammy. So we are driving in the rain, pulling a trailer, and we're all scruffy and dirty because we've been moving houses. What fun!
Yeah, unloading furniture.
Yep, right.
Gonna load it and unload it again.
Yep. So Tegan asked about the portable incubator. How do puppies breed with no air vents? Well, all the new ones have got air vents in them. I'm not sure which video you're looking at, but they've all now got air vents. The small one's got one air vent, the big one's got two air vents, so that's not a problem. Hi James, Law6 says, hi James, today is day 12, PG test is 7.3, when should I breed? So once you get to a level of 5, it almost doubles every day. So 5 is ovulation, next day is about an 8, you're at a 7.3, next day you'd be at a 15, so basically you want to breed tomorrow. Love my parts, my female phenotype is fawn. Her DNA came back as AYAY, yep, that's a fawn. Big B, that's not chocolate. Big D, that's not blue. Little E, that's a cream. NKB. So actually you've got a cream dog there rather than a fawn. You can make fawn dogs, but that is actually a cream dog, so little E. And it actually has a copy of brindle, but you can't see that because it's covered up by the cream. Remember, cream's like white paint, covers everything up. There's another question further on about brindle, and we're going to talk about that again there.
Yeah. But fawns can also be AYAT.
That'd be a sable.
Well, yeah, that's true.
That'd be a sable.
Yeah.
So a sable is a dog. It's a fawn dog with black points on its tips, right? And so a blue sable would be little d AYAT, just like Winston.
Right.
You hear that squeaking on the back? That's a little fluffy,
platinum boy.
little platinum
Love
boy.
my boobale.
He's riding with us, being a good boy.
He is. I can't say enough about him. Y'all are probably going to get sick about hearing me talk about how much I love that little boy.
I thought Tammy loved me, but compared to this dog,
he's sweeter than you,
I should drag him out and show him up in the videos we're doing this. Yeah. Hubs Chico says, if you have a brindle female, can you breed away from it and get it out?
It's been there forever.
Well, I mean,
had that before.
You
get
can.
half and half.
You can. So yeah,
well,
so
not breed out the DNA.
Well, I mean, so what you can do is this: if you've got a brindle dog, then you can produce a litter that is only half of those dogs on average going to get brindle from mum.
You get a dog that does not carry brindle, and a brindle dog you get.
Right, exactly.
Supposed to get half and half, but there's been times.
Well, you get lucky and unlucky. It's like anything. You might get all girls and no boys, and vice versa. But if you've got a brindle dog, breed to a non-brindle dog, and then you'll get at least half the litter won't have brindle, and then you keep one of those, and now you're away from brindle. The other thing is that you can kind of mask the brindle up. I don't mean this in a what's the right word, in a trying to cheat, but you can mask the brindle up with different colours. For example, would be if your dog has a copy of cream and you bred that to a cream dog, then half the dogs are going to be cream.
Everything.
Yeah, cream covers everything, including brindle. So that's one way you can do it. Another way that you can do it is that you can breed to a merle dog, and a merle brindle looks the same thing as a merle. You don't hardly see the brindle at all.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say some of the time.
Right. And then if you had a dog that's a pied carrier, you could breed to a pied dog and get some brindle pieds, and they, in my opinion, look much nicer. Well, going to be careful here. I mean, so what's the problem with a brindle? The only thing that's wrong with a brindle is the financial aspect of it. It's not that there's anything wrong with a brindle dog, but when it comes time to sell dogs, you just don't get as much for brindle dogs. Brindle pieds sell well, cream sell well, merle brindle sell well. So you can do some things that mitigate the brindle to quite a bit, quite a large extent. Okay.
Was that a positive thing that you said about brindles?
Yeah, people think that I hate brindles. I don't hate brindles at all. Remember Tigra?
Yes.
She was a reverse brindle. She's a pretty dog. I mean, she's got this
She looked like a tiger.
She looked like a tiger. Yeah, she was very cool.
Really
very, very cool looking dog.
Yeah.
So,
but if you've got 10 points, that's where what you would say.
Yeah, so it's
not doing brindle.
I don't start bashing us about we're talking about brindle, because that's not the intent here at all.
Right.
Crystal says, do you vaccinate your litters or take them to the vet to get vaccinated? So tell me what you handle that one.
Well, where sick dogs go, to the vet, So you want to keep your babies at home. So you can give your own shots to your own puppies. And then that way they're not at the vet's office being exposed to other dogs that are there that are actually sick going to the vet. Poopalay, you quit that. That's Mama's kisses. Yes, you are. Sorry about that. So,
Okay.
But anyway, so keep your babies at home until they go for their vet check before they leave your home to go to the new customers. But do all your shots, James. At home, please. Ignore James. Of course, we do our wormings at home too. So keep your babies at home as much as possible.
So I wasn't listening.
Hey,
I wasn't listening.
Mama, baby.
So this is little Love My Buble, and he is a
Buble.
platinum full fluffy.
Yes.
And it's hard to see probably here, but he's got this really.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
He's such a pretty boy.
He's Mommy's baby. Yes,
So that brings up another one. Somebody asked about what kind of registration of these fluffy dogs. You can't get AKC registration. And then somebody put in the comments a reply to that. They said it's like all of these other colours, like blues and cocos and lilacs. You absolutely can get AKC registration. You just can't show them in the ring. So that person's comment was exactly right. Our full fluffy litter right now come with full AKC registration. So that's not the issue. The issue here is you cannot show those dogs in the showroom. So if you intend to take a blue dog or blue and tan, chocolate and tan, lilac and tan, Merle, fluffy, any of those dogs in the showroom ain't going to work. You will be disqualified immediately. So that's what your intent is. Do not get one of those dogs, otherwise you're fine. Back to the vaccination thing. I was going to say, there are times. Look, Tammy, you were saying, I think you were saying we vaccinate ourselves, and we do that at 6, 9, and.
Of course, we don't do the rabies.
That's what I was going to bring up. That was it. So talk about that.
We let our vet do the rabies shots
because
they keep that information there at their office.
You don't get a rabies tag.
Yeah, and you've got, for some unknown reason, somebody claims that your little French bulldog bit somebody. You've got it
So look back here on his door. You'll see there that little shield thing right there. That's a rabies tag. That's his rabies tag. So look, if you can give a rabies shot yourself, you just don't get a rabies tag. Yeah. And so if there's a problem, Ed, with your dog bit somebody, they're not going to take the fact that you say, I gave him a rabies shot. That ain't going to count, and then you've got a problem, and they may put your dog down in an attempt to,
which that's not in French Bulldog's nature.
No.
But
this guy here, he's been nibbling on my beard.
You're a good boy.
He's been nibbling on my beard.
Mama's baby. He loves me more.
Oh, he's a sweetheart. He's such a full of life little dog. Okay, so next one. How are we doing on time here? Not too bad. Chris says he's got a lilac and merle. He's got a lilac and tan merle. And he gave me the DNA. So little D, which is blue. Little CO, which is untestable chocolate. Big B, little b, which is testable chocolate. Big E, little e. This is a new shade Isabella Mako. It's what he's asking. The answer is yes, that is exactly what that is, because that is a lilac dog. It doesn't show the tan points here, but I'm assuming it's either ATA or ATAT. But the answer is he also carries a copy of testable chocolate. So the testable chocolate and the cocoa together with the blue, that would make a new shade Isabella. An expensive dog. In fact, we have now
a new shade
Isabella. And he's
That's
a little.
the next little stud man. I think his name's, is it Shiner or something like that?
I forget. He's an SA dog, is he?
SA and Homie.
SA and Homie.
Grand
Out of
boy
the UK.
And SA baby.
He's a gorgeous dog. He's going to be small and thick. And
he is bully now.
Yeah,
he is a bully little boy.
So his new shades, which means his
eyes literally glow. I mean, they're just gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, you would.
I know. Mommy's talking about another man. 50 minutes.
I got to write this down though. DJ Young says, that's a fluffy registration. Henry Chavez says, portable ultrasound, do you recommend having one? Well, I've been looking for one for us, and one that maybe that we can, one that we think is a good quality that we'd add to my British supply. I haven't found it yet. There are some Chinese ones out there, and I'm just not sure that resolution's very good, and you want something with pretty decent resolution. So the problem here is how much do you need to look? This is what we do. we do a relaxing pregnancy test. It's dirt cheap, and we sell those. I think it's $79 for 5 tests. Get results in 5 minutes. It's been extremely reliable for us. In fact, we've got a girl right now with bred. In fact, unfortunately, she didn't get pregnant. So that's the bad side about when you test. You find out that your dog is or isn't pregnant. But I mean, that's the easy way of doing this. And for us, you know, it doesn't really make any difference whether they're going to have 1 puppy or 10 puppies. We're having an ultrasound done. Excuse me, we're having a C-section done. So
show his face.
But he's kind of glowing.
Show his face.
There he is.
No, they need to see his eyes. He's got gorgeous eyes. My little buble.
Someone says Chanel was just like your mum.
Oh, thank you.
Amanda says, my dog is Big B, Big B, Big CO, Little CO. He's very brown, has red eye glow. Well, there's something not right here. Because to get a red eye, well, let's just back this up. How do you get a red eye glow? There's 2 ways to get a red eye glow. You've got a chocolate dog or some form of, you know, chocolate and some other color. You have a chocolate dog or you have a merle. So if you've got a dog that is little Big B, Big B, that's not chocolate. Big CO, Little CO, that's a chocolate carrier. That's not a chocolate dog. Unless that's a merle, it doesn't have a red eye glow. So if you think you're seeing a red eye glow, it's because you're not doing it right on the test. You've got to go in a completely dark room and do a video, not a picture, a video, not a snapshot, a video, which is going to get riled up and get me now. Oops, my light's on. Okay. Oops, sorry. Got messed up here. So where are we here? 20 minutes of in this. Well, let's do one more. Oh, he's coming to see you.
I know it. Mama loves him.
Somebody says here, they talk about a fluff, they say they look cocoa colour. This is the funny thing about cocoa. I've seen dogs that are blue that I swore are chocolate and they're not, and chocolate dogs that I swore are blue. It is very, very hard to really tell. To somebody, all the time people are sending me DNA, they're sending me pictures of their dog and they're saying, you know, especially puppies, and they're saying, what? Don't toot.
Scratch his chest. He loves his chest scratched.
They're saying, what? Look at this dog. That's a calm dog right there, just laid back like that.
He's my mama's baby.
And they want to know what colour their dog is. I'm telling you, if I tell you, I'll get it wrong most of the time. So the only way to really tell is know the DNA of the parents, animal genetics, do a DNA test.
Yep.
And with that, on that note,
Yeah.
the Boublier here says, bye-bye.
Yes, and remember, I have 3 little boys left in my full visual fluffy litter. Out of 9, I've got 3 boys left. Full visual fluffies, please call me. 580-799-1910. And we can FaceTime. We love to FaceTime. And you can see the little babies.
And look, hey folks, if you don't have a Frenchie, what are they doing? They're missing out. You're missing out something in your life. You've got to have a little Frenchie in your life.
They're like a Lay's potato chip. You can't just have one.
Oh, they are such loving dogs. They love everybody.
Yeah.
They don't get stuck on one person. They don't. This guy here doesn't hardly bark at all. I mean, the only time he'll bark is if all of a sudden, you know, somebody comes in the house and doesn't recognize. They'll give a quick bark, and that's about it.
Oh, I was going to say something else.
Totally. I mean, he's chewing on me, but non-aggressive.
Okay.
Easy to train. You wouldn't believe, by the way,
Yeah.
just wants to throw his head around. Yes.
I happen to have 2 little puppies. People have been asking me, well, do you have pet prices? I happen to have 2 little puppies that came up as pet prices. You can call me at 580-799-1910. So, give me a shout. Give Oobale a shout. Say, hey. Isn't he beautiful?
Yes.
I just enjoy him so much.
And then
He
these
is
people who say that
such an
fluffies
angel.
have got to be cross other things, it's rubbish,
No.
folks. These are French bulldogs through and through. That is a French bulldog.
Yeah.
I can tell you. That
Look
looks
at-
like a French bulldog.
water
Barks
belly.
like a French bulldog.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Bye, buddy.